In today's video, we're going to be showing you how easy it is to replace your garbage disposer. And in doing so, we're going to show you the #1 mistake that so many people make. So we're going to show you how to do this from start to finish, and we're going to show you how to address that problem. So with that, let's jump right into it. All right, guys, so here is my garbage disposer that we're going to be replacing today. And if you don't know much about garbage disposers, they typically have a ring right here that's very easy to pop these off. But before we do that, we're going to just kind of show you what's here. So we obviously have our electrical. Now yours might look different in that it might have like an extension piece that plugs into an outlet at the base there, in which you would just unplug it, which makes it really easy. But mine is actually wired in, and we're going to confirm that there's no power here. But if you want to go the extra step, you can go out and turn off the breaker for this circuit. But I think we'll be totally fine here. We're going to use a contactless pen to make sure that there's no voltage while we're doing our wiring. And basically we have a light switch up here that basically sends power to this when it's needed. So there shouldn't be any power right here. The first thing that we're going to do is disconnect our drain. Now this is a great opportunity to go ahead and clean the P-trap that can get a lot of junk built up in here. So we're going to go ahead and just put a bowl right here, and we're going to take off these locking nuts here. One there and one here. And we'll no doubt get some water to come out of here. It'll probably stink because it's gray water, but we'll see. We'll just kind of let that drain off. Slide this down. And this one's actually pretty new, so there's not much in here. If yours is old, it's going to have a lot of grime and junk in there. So you can run water and something that's flexible in there to get that gunk out. And then we'll just replace that. Ooh, I can smell it. And next we're going to just remove this piece here. And we'll just leave this corner piece attached there, as the new garbage disposal will come with one of those. All right, next what we're going to do is remove this guy. And this goes to our dishwasher. Super easy to remove. Just a little clamp. Check this out. Some nasty stuff in there. We're gonna have to see if we can clean this out somehow. So for the time being, we can go ahead and twist this off, and this will just pop off, and then we can work on our electrical. Okay, so this part is pretty easy. So we're simply gonna twist this, and it just has a threaded piece right there that goes to that bracket. So now we can just set this on its side, and we can work on our electrical. Okay, so now that we have the garbage disposer on its side, we're just going to remove this clamp right here. And then we'll take off this clamp here. And that will give us access to these wires. Now we're going to be using a voltage. This is a non-contact voltage pen. And we're just going to make sure that there's no juice before we disconnect anything. Now we always want to make sure that these are functioning first. So we're going to put this here, make sure that it's beeping on an active outlet, and then we'll hop back over to our garbage disposer and make sure that it's not beeping. Okay, so now that we've confirmed that this works, we're going to just double check to make sure everything is dead in here. And then we can disconnect our wire nuts. All right, so now that we have this completely free, I just wanted to show you something here. So this is typically what your garbage disposal is going to look like. You saw how easy that was to snap off. We just twisted it counterclockwise. But you'll notice that this garbage disposal has this rubber piece built in, and you cannot take this off to clean it unless you actually take this whole unit off. Whereas this is the new piece that's going to go in place of this guy here. And let me show you why it's different. So this, instead of getting all nasty like this and not being able to really take it out and thoroughly clean it, we can simply pull this up and this whole piece comes out. It just has a little groove there that pops into this groove here. So we can clean this every so often really nice and good, and it doesn't get all nasty. And then when we're done, we simply pop it back into that groove. And this is a far superior design. So with that being said, we're going to just remove these 3 screws here, and then this will pop off really easily. Okay, so now that we have those removed, you'll notice this ring right here. we need to find out where that seam is. So we're just going to twist this until we can locate the seam, and then we'll pop that ring off. So I can see it now right there. That's the joint. So we're just going to grab our flat blade screwdriver, and we're just going to pop that clip off just like that. Now just gently pull on it, and there we go. That comes off, and now this top piece will come straight out. And now we can see when we pull this off, that gasket fell through, and we have some plumber's putty here. So that's what we're going to use to seal the top, and then there's also another gasket that will seal on the bottom here. So we're going to go ahead and get this cleaned up, and then we'll show you what to do next. Okay, so now that we have the old flange removed and cleaned up, this is our brand new one. And the first thing that we're going to do is put a rope of plumber's putty around this edge. Now, plumber's putty you can get at any hardware store, Home Depot. This one's pretty cold, so I'm going to have to warm it up a bit. But we're just going to break off a piece here, and we're just going to slowly start molding this, rolling it until we have kind of a rope. And then we'll show you what that looks like. All right, so that's kind of what you want here. And we're just going to work it around in this corner. And any excess that gets pushed out is just going to be able to get wiped off, no problem. Okay, so we're just going to make sure that's really pressed into this corner well. Just like that. And then we're going to make sure that this is nice and dry so it has the ability to adhere really nicely to this. And then we're going to position this how we want it, because after the fact this is not going to move. So that looks nice and straight there. Just going to give that a little bit of a push. And then what it actually says we can do is take a towel and put it here, and then put our garbage disposal, maybe the old one, on top of it, just to give it a little bit of weight and keep this from moving around, because we are going to be putting a little bit of pressure on the bottom side. So I'm just going to put some paper towels here, and we're just going to set that right on top of it. All right, so we can see that putty pushing through there. So the next two items that we're going to put on is this gasket and this flange. So we're going to gingerly do that without putting any upward pressure on this flange. And then we're going to feed this piece over it, holding all three pieces in place. And then we're going to put this ring on. It shouldn't take too much pressure here to get this on. Just like that. All right, so next we're simply going to evenly tighten these. I'm not using a drill just because I don't want to accidentally cause any damage, but we're just going to evenly do this. And as you can see, as we're tightening that, it's going to be pushing this putty out, and then eventually we'll just take that off, and it'll look nice and professional. Now basically, if you pause in between tightening these, you'll probably notice that it gets easier to then come back. That means it's pushing that putty out. So we basically want to tighten this until there's no more putty coming out, until we can basically not tighten this anymore by hand. All right, so we waited a couple minutes and came back. Everything's still tight. So that's how much putty came out. And then we can go ahead and just take this putty off now. And it'll just kind of peel off like this and give us a nice finished look there. Just like that. And we can then put this back in our putty thing, and we can reuse it next time. Beautiful. All right, so here's our nice new InSinkErator garbage disposer. And I want to show you the problem, the mistake that so many people make that I've had to come back and fix. and it's this guy right here. Now this particular model has this, but if it doesn't, then what you need to do, and I'll show you how this works, is you just take this same tool that you can use to unjam your garbage disposal. This comes with the kit, and you simply unthread it and this whole piece comes out. But in the cheaper models, they don't have that, and they just have a plastic plug on the inside. If you see where this is here, there's just a plastic piece right there. So what you actually have to do is take a flat blade screwdriver and put it in here and use a hammer to just tap that piece out, and then reach your hand inside and fish the little plastic cap out. And a lot of people don't realize they have to do that. And so when they go to turn on their dishwasher, it tries to push the water out and it hits that plastic piece, and then obviously it's going to not wash your dishes. I got that call as a handyman so many times when people didn't pop that plug out because they didn't know to do that, and it was as simple as popping that guy out. All right, so moving on to our electrical now. The bottom side of this incinerator has these pins, and we have to use this piece to make a good solid connection there. So what it says to do, first of all, this piece comes with it, and we're going to attach this with the this end on this part of the connector, and then we'll put our 1/2 inch lock nut on. And then this doesn't have to be super tight just yet. We just want it to make a good connection there. All right, so we're just gonna start with some fresh connections here that are all the same length, and that's pretty critical in this next part. So we're gonna cut these all straight, and we're gonna strip about, it says about 7/16 of an inch back. Doesn't have to be exact, just something like that there. And then you'll notice these are labeled really nice: live, ground, and neutral. And these are just a stab connection. So we're gonna push in our live on the left. Just make sure you got these right, because you only wanna do this once. So that's in all the way. Ground is in the middle. And we're just gonna use our wire strippers for some more leverage here. That one's in all the way. And then lastly, our neutral on the far right. I'm just gonna go back through and make sure these are all pushed in all the way. Just like that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this screw here, and this is pretty simple. We're simply gonna bend this over like 90 degrees. And then these little tabs right here are going to slip into these. So there's really only one way that you can put this in. It'll slip in just like that. And then we're gonna feed this forward until it goes into those prongs. There we go. And that's what the finished product will look like. And lastly, this little groove is going to slip in to that little plate there. Okay, so we got that locked in. Just gonna thread our screw on. And that is it. All right, so we're ready to go ahead and hook our garbage disposal up to this. This is nice and solid. And we're just gonna use that same method, except we're gonna go in a clockwise direction. And we're just gonna make note of where this drain is. We want that to be on the right side, obviously. Just gonna make sure that that ring is all the way butted up to this. So we're gonna use some pliers there to pull it all the way flush. And now, as you can see, even though that's tight, this has freedom to move either way, and that will allow us to make our plumbing connections exactly where they used to be. So for starters, we got this cleaned out as best we could. We're gonna go ahead and attach this, super easy, and tighten that up, and then we'll work on this piece here. All right, so next what we're gonna do is install these pieces. And what we need to do is put this on here, and then these screws will hold it in place. But before we put that on, we need to put this rubber gasket on. And it just goes right here. So we're just gonna pop that on just like that. And that gasket's gonna stick out just far enough to where when we put this clamp on, it's going to make a nice seal. Okay, so we got these hand tight. Definitely don't use an impact or anything on this. I think they're plastic threads, so you don't want to over tighten them. And we had to rotate this a little bit, which is totally fine. We'll rotate it back to get our plumbing connections put back on. So we're basically just doing the reverse order here. So we're gonna clean this piece off. It's super nasty inside, and that's gonna be the first piece we'll put on, and then once we're lined up, then we'll put on our P-trap. All right, so we nabbed these off of our old elbow here. So we're just gonna slide that up. This cone goes on like this. Nice tight fit there. And then we're going to reattach this. Just leave it loose until we have our height. Next, we're gonna rotate our garbage disposer until it's roughly where it was before. And you can see our line there. So we're going to feed this up, and we're just gonna keep rotating it until these line up. Right there is perfect. You're gonna go ahead and tighten this guy up. And this guy. Give those both a snug. And then of course, snug up this top one that we left a little bit loose. And that is the final step. That is the finished product there. So we have our P-trap, all of our connections. Let's go ahead and turn the water on and just confirm that we don't have any leaks. And before we turn our water on, we're just gonna place this piece in. Just pops in like so. Snaps into that groove, and look at that. Okay, so let's turn our water on and make sure we got no leaks. Not seeing anything. So while we let that run, let's go ahead and test this bad boy out. Nice and quiet. Sweet. Beautiful new garbage disposer. No leaks. We are golden. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed this right here. This is a Simply Safe water device, and we have several of these. I've got one under my dishwasher, one under my fridge, and I have one sitting here under the sink, so that if in any event, if there's a large amount of water that fills this space, I'll instantly get a notification on my phone through Simply Safe. And this is all integrated with our security cameras, and it's just an awesome thing to have. So if you're looking for a home security system, I'll make sure to leave the Simply Safe kit as well as these water meters in the video description. Now, if you want to see how to properly clean your garbage disposal and several different methods that you can do that, check out this video right here, and we walk you through those steps that are super easy and super cheap. Until next time, you guys be safe. Later.